Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rings Life Stories. All of us here today, we all came together through the Unionville Curling Club, but we all have a story to tell much beyond curling. So the intent today is to explore the stories beyond each of our curling careers. And so to do that, I'm going to be your host, Michael Heap, and I'm joined by my co-host, Alash Hathi, and executive producer, the man behind the scenes. So, as you may be aware, Nilesh and I are the co-chairs of the mixed section and have been for a number of years. And for some time now, we've kind of been fascinated by all the stories that are shared by members, typically around the table after curling over a drink or two or some snacks. So it kind of became clear to us that there's so many great stories that maybe we could create a show where we could share those stories and find out a lot more about the people that we know at the club. So, the first two episodes of Beyond the Rings Life Stories, um, we're going to be dedicating to members of the two mixed teams that have made it to this year's championship final. We went through a grueling set of 3 games over 24 hours or less to make it there. And so we've already spoken to one team, and now we're here to talk to the team that's skipped by Mr. Aaron Small. So we're going to talk to each of the individuals on the team. So I'll introduce them first. Unfortunately, the lead of the team, Ellen Starr, could not be here for this episode, but we are joined by Martin Mui, the second, the vice, Lucy Hathi, and the skip, Aaron Small. So
Aaron's very casual.
So let's start with Martin as the front end. So your lead, Ellen, she's only been curling for about a year, but Martin, I believe you've only been curling for a couple of years yourself.
Yeah, I've only curled. This is my second full season curling. I don't really. It's hard. I did learn to curl just before the pandemic, and I think we got in maybe a draw, and then we played one game, and then COVID hit. The year after, we played one game, and COVID hit. So it was. I wasn't even sure if I was going to stick with curling, but it was. Yeah, it's really my second full year of curling, and it's been a lot of fun, and I think the constant striving to improve was what kind of drove me to continue with curling, and yeah.
So what is it that attracted you in the first place to walk through those doors of the Unionville Curling Club?
You know what? I was getting older in age, and the other sports I was playing, I was just hurting myself too much, thinking that curling was going to be one of those things where maybe my joints wouldn't hurt as much. And the funny story is, it seems like I'm hurting new things that I've never heard before while curling. So you know, kind of what drew my wife and I, Patty and I, to come to the curling club, just to try something that was just a little more fun, a little more social. And I still had the desire to do something physical, right, in the wintertime, as opposed to just sitting around eating bags of potato chips. So,
yeah. Well, in the mixed section, we have the motto. It's competitiveness, but it's fun, fun, fun. I mean, I think that's a great thing about curling. It combines those two things. And Lucy,
yeah.
you joined the curling club, I guess, about 5 years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I went kicking and screaming because Neelish signed us up for a Learn to Curl. And I'm not a big fan of winter sports, but then I soon found out this was a controlled cold. So it's okay. And, slowly but surely kind of, got my feet under me, and I liked the game. What really attracted me at the beginning was the post game camaraderie, right? The fact that you sit down with the other team and you share a beverage afterwards, and you just get to meet a whole bunch of great new people. And the club.
Ironically, Martin, we used to share bags of chips after games before COVID. When you were still allowed to share with other people. Yeah.
Yes.
Nuts and stuff.
Nuts and chips and but now you have pizza, so I'm not sure what's better.
That's perfect. I can put two pastimes together now.
There you go.
Now, Lucy, tell people about your first time curling when we did the Tam Heather. That's a good story.
Oh, that was horrible. Well, so friends of ours rented the ice at Tam Heather. So it was come out and curl. So, and I thought, oh, well, I'll go, but I don't think I'll play. Anyways, they had some awesome volunteers there to, tape our shoes and sort of run us through, to teach us the basics of the game. So we get down onto the ice and they've taped my running shoe. So my foot with my gripper goes on, but then my sliding foot goes on the ice, but then my sliding foot actually decides to slide and I totally lose my balance. And this volunteer, this lovely older woman, just grabs me by the arms because I was like ready to get off the ice. I panicked. And she's like, you're still standing. You haven't fallen. You just have never felt that your foot would slide that way, right? Like that it would just want to glide on the ice. So now that you know how it feels, now we're gonna slide over to the hack. And it's because of her that night I continued to curl, right? So, and really we all had such a great time. Like, that was kind of the beginning. So then I thought, okay, well, this is fine. We're over and done with, right? So one time done, check that box. And then next winter, Neelish says, come on, let's go. And I'm like, where are we going? It's on a Sunday. We're going to the curling club. What curling club? What are you talking about? Oh, I signed us up for Learn to Curl. No way.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah,
very
then,
cool.
The rest is history. So
the rest is history. So Ellen's been curling for a year. Martin's been curling for a couple of years. Lucy's above 5 years. So Aaron, we're thinking you might be able to top that in terms of number of years curling. Is that true?
Yes, I'm the grand old wizard on this call, I guess. The curling bug started it started around the table in my lunchroom as a recent grad. So we were all just watching I think it was the Salt Lake City games. Whatever the winter games were in 2002. Maybe that was in Korea. Anyway, and just amused at this funny looking fast sweeping that was happening on the television. And I just said to the team across the table and my work colleagues, what is that game called and what are they doing? Does anybody know what's going on here as we watched the Olympics? And that's how it started. So they said, yeah, we should actually try that. Just, it's kind of like you could rent a sheet like bowling. So we all pitched in $10, went and had a game and had a lot of fun. And I kept going after that. And pretty soon I was going 2 nights a week. And yeah, that was 21 years ago.
So Aaron, I wanted to say, I'm pretty sure the first year that I was curling, I was on a team where you were the skip, and I believe Diana was also on that same team. That might be the very draw. Yes. And I remember that because Diana and I talked at the time. She was working in the data center industry, and that company was looking after the data center where my company's data center operations resided. So we had a lot of common ground. I'm just curious, is she still in that industry?
Yeah, telecom. She is. When she started, I think she was with Big Blue Data Company. She's moved on to a smaller orange one. But she's still on this thing of work, but we've had a curling divorce, Michael, so she curls in mixed doubles now, and I still curl mixed and men's.
The other connection we have, Lucy and I, is that the first time I viced, Aaron was my skip. And the first time Lucy's viced, Aaron was her skip.
Yes.
So it's my fault.
It's your fault. You're the happy person or something. I don't know.
Terrible.
No, great skip for first time vice. I was very nervous, and you just like are calming energy. So
Cool.
yeah.
That's not exactly what they say about me around this house, but it's in the recording now, so it's the truth.
It's on record now. It's on record.
Yeah.
So, Martin, how about you? Outside of curling, what are some of the things that you like to do, hobbies or interests?
Um, I guess I've always been into sports. I still play softball at my advanced age. Um, and I don't know, Patty and I, because we have no kids, we tend to like to pick up and travel and go places. So that's kind of our thing, right? We enjoy traveling together. We enjoy, playing sports together. I think we actually met playing softball um, before we were married, obviously. We met, and that's kind of how we got married. So softball's given a lot to me. So sports has given a lot to me between friendships and my wife. So
I bet you play first base, Martin, with your old age.
well, now I play first base, yeah. And now I do in my advanced age. It's funny because I play with younger people, and they kind of conned me into it because I hadn't played in a couple of years, I guess. And they said, "Oh, don't worry, it's just a casual league." And I get there, and it's just super competitive. I said, "Guys, I'm playing first base. You guys, I'm pulling rank. I'm pulling age rank on you guys. I'm playing first base. You guys can go run in the field. You guys are young."
Well, Martin, you look like you're 22, so
Yeah. Well, again, that's the curse of having no kids, I guess, right?
probably.
I hear that ages people.
It does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lucy, how about you in terms of outside of the rink? Any hobbies or activities that you like to share?
I love to bake. So
We
when I
didn't, we
think
didn't know that.
and I think around the curling club, I'm kind of known for my butter tarts. So I like
Mhm.
to, you know, I, I, I just love to be in the kitchen. It's funny, right? Like, they'll say, "No, no, I'll cook," and I'm like, "No, no, I'll do it." And then I like cycling, and I like Neilish and I have a travel trailer. So for the last couple of years, we've been hitting the road in the summer months. So yeah, it's just a great way to be outside, right, in the summer.
Super.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
So regarding the baking, the love for baking, Lucy, was that something that was part of you as a kid growing up? Was there always something in the oven in the kitchen?
yes, always. My mom, my grandmothers were awesome bakers, and then I come from a large family, so we're six kids. And in grade 8, just because there were so many kids in my year, uh, classes for me finished around 2:15, so I was the first one home. Both my parents work, and I would come home, and there'd be a list of small chores to do, and one of them was to home run supper, right, for the seven of us, because mom was a nurse at the time, and so that she could be home with us in the morning, she worked 3 to midnight. And so when I was old enough to, sort of get supper going and that kind of stuff for the rest of the family, well, that became my responsibility. So from a very young age, did I get my love to be in the kitchen, and it's just a great way to make people feel good, I guess. Right?
Mhm.
Good food.
Absolutely.
Aaron, what is your baking skill? What do you like to bake, Aaron?
I like to bake. Oh, still working on that first recipe, I think. Don't have much in the baking department, sorry.
Me either. I hear Anna Olsen in the background all the time. It's like, oh my god, more sweets in the house.
I'm a good tester. I think they tell me here that my God-given talent is I can tell what this recipe needs more or less of, and
That's
that's
a
a
good.
useful skill. So I'm a baking consultant,
Consultants are the best things, right? Because people
aren't
don't have to
they?
listen to you. It's
If you
fantastic.
can't if you can't solve the problem, you can at least make money off of it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's true.
So what are some of the things you like to do, Aaron, outside of the curling rink?
I heard. I didn't know you were into cycling, Lucy. We should talk more about that next season. But I
Yes.
just got my bike back on the weekend. It was such a lovely weekend over this long weekend past. So I got my first 10K ride in to feel all of the muscles get sore again and remind myself that I, like Martin, am not getting younger. So I'm looking forward to that this summer. Baseball is my dear religious hobby, I guess. So as soon as this is over, I'm going to go back to watching the home opener. Don't tell me what's happening in it because it's paused. Live action.
I don't know
want to
either.
know.
Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me
ruin
what's
it.
going on here.
Yeah. So baseball and cycling, I would say, are the two big outside of curling sports. But I also play badminton on like a little local league here, which is fun.
That would be fun. Were you there when the Jays won? What do you win in baseball? The pennant? No.
I was at the bat flip game. That was a big one. Yeah.
Oh, you
I
were?
was also at the Jose Bautista bat flip game. Yes. I was at all of the playoff games basically since 2015, including the last one, which was the one that ended last season, which was horrific. We shouldn't discuss any further.
No.
No.
I'm going to age myself here, but I was actually at the Joe Carter home run game. When
You're not that old.
3. I know. I was there. I actually, at the time, I was working at the Sky Dome. Well, originally it was called the Sky Dome, I guess. Now it's Rogers Center, but I was working at the Sky Dome in the suites department, and I was in just a kitchen. It was just a job in university, and sure enough, the last inning came up, and some of the suite holders said, "Just come on in, come watch." So everybody left the kitchen. Everybody went into the suite, and we watched the home run hit. And it's
awesome.
Bizarre because you're hugging strangers. You have no idea who they are, and then you're running back going, "Oh my goodness, I gotta get champagne. We have to get champagne out and everything." But that was kind of my story. I was actually there, but again, I'm aging myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Now, Martin, you're a foodie, which means you like to eat a lot of food. What's your favorite Markham restaurants?
Oh my goodness, I can't do that with one restaurant. I mean, trust me. I for those who don't know me, I eat a lot of food. We were just with Neil and Susan and Alexis right now at the curling, and they marveled at how much I ate because I ate my lunch / dinner, and then I proceeded to eat half of Patty's as well, right? So just something that people don't know about me. But that's why I play sports, because I don't want to keep gaining. So I see it's kind of I have to keep playing sports because I enjoy eating so much.
So I have here a Carlos Delgado ball.
Bobblehead?
Ball.
No,
Yes.
ball.
Oh, it's a signed ball?
It is a signed ball. One of those things, I guess. I'm guessing they give away, at games and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the giveaways, yes.
Yeah.
Did you met him?
No.
No, we didn't meet him.
It's actually Lucy's, but I just happened to find it.
He's in the office. I don't think. Anyways, more than welcome to have
Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. He's a nice gentleman. He was a very He was pretty cool.
And a fun fact: Carlos Delgado threw out the first pitch tonight in the home opener.
Oh,
did he?
That was Fred McGriff.
I thought I saw Fred McGriff. I saw pictures.
Was it Fred McGriff? Okay,
that's so you just don't know what happened.
We're editing that out.
We're editing that out. That's right.
The crime dog.
That would have been
the same era. The same era.
So Hall of Famer, isn't he?
So Aaron, you're not going to be able to play the championship, right?
Yeah, this is the great heartache here. My family has a gathering this weekend planned. It's my cousin's bat mitzvah, so she's turning 13. I think now that I think about it, her parents, her dad is my first cousin, missed our wedding, Diana and my wedding, because she had just given birth, and this young lady is now turning 13, which means my anniversary soon. And Yeah, I won't be able to play in the championship game. So I will send
So are we
the
sure that's still going on?
good vibes right
Yeah.
now.
Are we sure it's still happening?
The bat mitzvah or the championship game? Such a shame. Oh well.
Yeah,
So
we'll
you know
miss you.
We will
what's
definitely miss
interesting
you.
is Team Patrick or you, who you'll be facing, your team will be facing in the final. When they found
Yeah.
out that two of your team weren't going to be there, they claim you guys were scared of them, and
Right.
that's why you were scaring
Sure,
away
let's go with that.
members of your team. So I'm not. I'm just passing it on. You
Little
know,
Okay.
talking, I see.
Yeah, that's
Create
fair.
drama.
That's fair.
Now,
Yeah.
I will. Lucy won't say this, but she's been curling 5 years, and 3 of the 5 years she's been on championship day.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good 60%
Yeah,
rate.
it's pretty good. I like the percentages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won once,
Have
lost
you-
one. So who knows? We'll see what Saturday brings.
I hope
But
it
it's
brings
loads of fun.
victory.
It's nerve-wracking as heck, but it's loads of fun. You
Yeah.
And
know?
Martin and I are going to curl next year together on the men's team.
Yes, we are.
nice.
That'll be
Yeah.
You're gonna live cast it so I can watch it at the party, right?
Yes, I will live cast. I'll try live casting for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I was gonna put a GoPro on top of my hat, but I don't know.
Maybe I'll do fourth end interviews too, Aaron.
I can do.
Are you gonna
I
mic?
can do
Are you gonna mic people up?
Sure,
Not
I
this
can
year.
do strategy talks from the bar at the party
Yeah, that's right.
around the
exactly.
13-year-olds.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of strategy from behind the glass.
For sure.
Every shot is made too.
Yeah.
Martin, you've attended a championship day before, have you not?
I think I came last year. I think I was one of the lucky ones when we had to actually get tickets and win a lottery to actually attend. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun, and I got to meet a lot of people. So that was the main thing.
Yeah.
But
It's like a
I
playoff steroids.
yeah, it is. It's just with the pomp and circumstance of being bagpiped in and whatnot. It looks, and with the anthem, the whole bit. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. It's my first experience with it. Actually, this year was the first year I won a playoff game, so it was nice.
And there's a million people there too at the club. There's a lot of people, which is
Yeah.
fun. Lots of energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fun. I love that. I love the more people, the better. It's more fun, right?
Yeah.
And Aaron, how have you done in curling championship days?
I think I've only been into the final game once. I'm pretty sure I did not win because I think I would remember if I did, but this was a long time ago. It may have honestly been the first year I joined or the second.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And what position do you play in baseball?
I mean, when I played, which is I'm no longer active, but I was a pitcher, bit of an outfielder, mostly pitcher and outfield, I would say.
What was your pitch? What was your pitch? What was your strike pitch?
This is slow pitch, man. It's just hit the mat.
Just
Just
throw strikes. Just throw strikes.
Throw strikes.
Is this the one where you pitch to your own team? Is that slow pitch?
No. No.
Aaron, you should tell us how did it come about that you and your daughter were in the Curling Canada commercial? That story I asked.
Yeah, no problem. I think Kelly from our club has a connection with the Curling Canada folks. And as far as I could decipher from the email thread that I was eventually looped into, they were looking for a parent-child bilingual curling duo, that's a lot of that's a short list, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
ticked all the boxes.
We did exactly. We hit that mark, and hilariously, I think they edited all of my French lines out, which my wife would say that's for the best. They probably, some French person listened to it and said, "Ooh, dommage." So in English, I got that down, but maybe bilingual was a stretch. Who knows?
But you did get the quintessential shot. You had the final shot before the final logo, so
Yeah.
that says a lot.
Yeah, that's like a credit to how cute my daughter is. I will put that in the record. I had nothing to do with that.
You just had to sit there and smile, right?
They just said, you just stand to the side, Dad, and we're zooming in on her. I'm like, yep, okay. That makes sense.
Now, Aaron, last time when you were in the playoffs, you didn't wear your quintessential blue jacket. You wore some other darker blue vest thing.
Yeah, being a baseball man, you have to choose carefully. Whether you anger the curling gods. Baseball is a very fickle game, and baseball gods are fickle gods, and everybody knows this. So I did think a little bit about this. Like, should I switch? Is this wrong? It worked out. It worked out okay for me that day, but I did think about it, Neelish. It's crazy. Crazy you noticed that detail, my friend.
So what would you have worn if you were playing on Saturday?
Oh, it's I never gave it a moment's thought, but I may have, like, in carrying the tradition of people who know baseball everywhere, I would have had to wear the exact same thing down to the laundry and everything. Like, you don't wash playoff. I also wouldn't have shaved. Like, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
That would have been terrible.
I'm with you, Aaron. I'm totally with you. I'm the same way.
No, it didn't help Gushu. It didn't help Brad Gushu again.
It's okay. It's stupid. It's stupid stitches, as people call it. So.
Stupid stitches.
I was shocked to see them wear black for their final game.
Yeah.
Maybe Martin has time to grow his playoff beard before the weekend. What do you think?
Oh, playoff beard. I could grow it. I grow it 5 years. I wouldn't look half as good as Aaron.
So you're not really
30 degrees. I wonder what the ice is going to be like after Friday night, 25-degree kind of weather.
I was on it tonight, and it was pretty good. I was surprised.
And you want to know something?
It was fast, if anything.
I don't even think about it. I think if I think too much, that's when everything falls apart. It's like golf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I expect it's going to play fast, so think light feathery thoughts as you come out of your hack.
Okay.
I'm just trying to stay upright.
All right.
No, Martin, is your injury gone? Are you able to sweep, Martin, or what?
No, it's gonna. They said it's gonna take 4 weeks to heal, so I'll just probably take 2 Advils if that's okay in the league. If I don't get drug tested, I should be fine, right?
You need cortisone or something? We have people.
As soon as you're victorious, you'll go under the knife. You'll be ready for the preseason.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine.
We can't show our opponents this interview.
Yeah, we'll have to play this back next week and see what it's like.
Oh yeah,
how it all worked out. Yeah.
You know what this needs for the next podcast? May I suggest beer?
The audience likes it.
I didn't know there was a live audience, but I heard that. Who was that?
Is there a live audience?
No.
And a band too.
Yeah.
Paul Schaefer's over here.
Okay.
You're aging yourself.
I think you're right. I've done a couple podcasts that the sponsor is a beer company. So maybe Michael, a couple of beer brewers. Maybe we can have a sponsor. And
oh yeah.
Well, I mean, our buddy Jordan over at Rouge River, who's been quite good for us this year. I'm sure I could get him involved if required.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
I'll start doing some research this weekend.
Or John Epping. He was in town. Doesn't he have a deal with something?
He does some crack canoe. He does a John Epping canoe or something, crack canoe or something like that. You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He was quite a nice fella. We met him. He was at the club and doing some lessons. He was quite a nice fella.
Yeah. Seemed like it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Michael, you got any more?
I
could chat all night, but
We should probably let Aaron get back to his recording of the Blue Jays home opener.
Yeah, Martin gets to drive home.
Tomorrow gets to drive home. Yeah. Anyway, no, that's great, guys. Thank you very much for taking time out for this our first of 2 inaugural episodes of the podcast. Hopefully, we'll be able to keep it going, and we'll find some interesting topics. Maybe beer. We will see. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for the next episodes. And appreciate it. And to those playing this weekend, Lucy and Martin, good luck.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you.
There's
The,
What else about?
Trophy.
the couple won't have to go far, Lucy. I see.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Let's
That's the
hope.
spirit.
And we get to take it home, I hear.
This
Oh,
is a
that's
special
cool.
bonus this year. Yeah. Nilesh, go ahead. You can mention this.
Yeah, so this is a special thing this year we're doing that the team that wins gets to take the cup home for a week to 10 days through the summer.
Wow. We
Oh,
Every
that's
person
awesome.
Stanley
'Cause
Cup.
that means
It would be awesome.
I could
So hopefully.
I could show it off on camera to the teammates and clients who have to watch me fold laundry usually, which is
right there.
Yes, you can.
if you think this is unprofessional looking English, just wait.
Well-
I'm gonna bring it with me to 10 different restaurants over 10 days and just
Okay.
sit right beside me.
So, Martin, if it breaks, you're responsible for it, okay?
Hey, it's
That's
okay. It's
cool.
okay. It's okay.
That's a good idea. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. People will have it, take it home, and it'll be lots of fun. You can.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it. I
Take-
see it. Great.
If it gets a dent, it gets a little more character too, right? Just like a Stanley Cup, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Take
this
photos
year,
of you with stuff. Yeah.
you
Are
might
you
notice
in
this
with
year,
the officers in charge of the trophy? You come with it? It's got like a big lock box.
oh yeah, no, we come for the beer.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
We'll bring it
And
to your
the
house for the
little
beer.
white gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White gloves.
Yeah.
So I just
Only the winners
So
can
carry
hoist
it around,
it above their head.
lift it above their heads and go around the rink and stuff. Is that how it works?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Streaming around the club in the
Just
parking lot
asking.
next to
I don't
Crosby.
know. Yeah, I've never seen it. I don't know.
I think you can, Martin. I think we will absolutely you can.
Well, let's first things first.
Yeah.
One rock at a time.
Yeah. Or
You
or
like
you
that.
or you can follow the person that's won it and then go, please, next year.
Darn, I was this close.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Awesome. Thank
Okay,
you,
guys.
gentlemen.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
guys.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much for putting this together, Neelish.
For us at 7:30 on Saturday night.